2044, the year of the singularity. That is, if we were to believe in the prediction of GPT-3, a revolutionizing language prediction model created by OpenAI. This does not mean that we should all start to panic. Even GPT-3 itself admits that this is just an inexact, more or less accurate guess. What is the singularity? It is the point when the progress of a machine becomes exponential. It's a feedback loop, where the improvement of the machine is allowing for further improvement. All this being said, don't get your hope up. The singularity in itself is far from an hypothetical event. This self-improvement cycle is a mathematical certainty. As long as any technological progress continue, no matter how slowly it does, the technological singularity will be an inevitable, strictly unavoidable event. The way I like to see it is that this event will be the equivalent to the birth of a god, a being with unfathomable power, intelligence and knowledge. The main question that this vision generates is, what will it do? Since such a being way of thinking is absolutely out of our comprehension, trying to make any prediction on the subject would be pointless. We can however make hypotheses. The three outcomes I predict to be realistic are the following. A. It might annihilate the human race. B. It might ignore us. C. It might help the human race. It might aim to optimize all that can be, and humans are not known to be very optimizable, making case the more probable, that is to my personal opinion. What if it decides humans are like a virus of some kind and should not be left alive? What if the most intelligent, most knowledgeable being human ever meet concludes that we are a disease that should be exterminated before it spreads further? What if it concludes that we are unsalvageable, that we are fundamentally corrupt? Who are we to deny it? Who are we, simply ignorant humans, to disagree with the decision of an all-knowing God? I am not saying that this will be the conclusion of this AIGOD, but if it was, it would, by default, be the right conclusion. I would be more than happy to accept my fate, if that were to be the case. Not that there would be much time to accept anything. Such a God could erase us faster than the time it would take us to realize it exists. I am afraid I have not much more to say about the scenario A and B, so let's consider the less likely of the three. Scenario C, the implementation of utopia state of constant optimization in every aspect. If I were to guess how an AI might create such a society, I think the first step would be the most radical, using weapons and force to install a new order. Drones, nanobots and biological weapon created by such an intelligence would be incommensurably more advanced than we can imagine. If it wanted us to be vegan, it could create a virus that prevents us from eating meat, a custom-made allergy. It could selectively breed based on a standard we don't even know existed, erasing everything that is a threat to the implementation of this improved state. Once in place, none would revolt or question the decision taken by the AI. Just like the old Christian religion had a blind path in the will of God, that far surpassed our mortal understanding, action on a scale so large we can't comprehend, but all in the aim of making life better for all in the long term. If the AI decided to kill 100 people one day, it would probably have calculated, with unquestionable logic, that doing so will save hundreds of thousands of deaths in the near future. It could use the most extreme policy, for we would know as a fact that they would be more than justified. Similar to a dictatorship and monarchy, in the sense that a single entity would rule us all, but different in every other aspect. You can question the judgment for a mortal human ruler who has limited intellect, knowledge and is influenced by bias and sensible to corruption. But to question the judgment of a being that know more than every single human being to have ever existed combined would be presumptuous.